Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. Brian Redgrave here with some DC news. But beforehand, I want to remind everybody of my giveaway. Subscribe to my channel, and when I reach 100 subscribers, I will be doing a giveaway. So, with that to the side, I have some DC news for you guys. Yesterday, it was reported that Ruby Rose will not be playing the role of Batwoman anymore. So, the role must be recast in season 2. And I'm just gonna be quite honest with you, this pisses me off. It really does. Apparently, she decided to quit herself. She decided to depart the show. No reasons were given at all. So, at some point, we'll probably know the real reason. But as of right now, with the details we have now, it's that she decided to step away. Why, we don't know. But with that aside, going by what we know now, this just pisses me off because why would you sign into a show which is part of a larger universe after only one season? We've had casting be done again, recastings in the Arrowverse before, like Kara's mother and stuff like that. But a main lead has never been recasted in the Arrowverse. That was always Stephen Amell, Grant Gustin, and so on. And to see her after only one season to leave the show, it really pisses me off. Why would you sign for a show that you know is gonna go on for a while? You know it's part of a larger universe. So unless some details come out later on explaining her decision, maybe she had a legit reason to do this. But until then, we don't know. So I'm going based on what we know. So it just makes me wonder why. It pisses me off. I don't like this idea of the show continuing with a different cast, like another star. It just, and here's the thing, I know Batwoman gets a lot of hate from a lot of people. I know a lot of people hate the show, dislike the show. I enjoy the show. I am aware of the show's flaws in writing, and a lot of the stuff doesn't really make sense sometimes, but it is a decent addition to the Arrowverse. Should we call it the Flashoverse now, since the Arrow's done? And so I don't think she's the problem. I never had a problem with her. The problems with the show don't really stem from her, in my opinion. Maybe you think differently, but I don't think she's the problem. It's a lot of the writing sometimes is a little sloppy and stuff, but it's not her. So who knows? Maybe she left because she couldn't stand the hate of the show. The show's been struggling with ratings since essentially day one. So could that have been a reason? But that's, to me, that's a stupid reason if that were the case. Regardless, it's a popular show. People were still watching it. So I'm mad about this. Very mad. So I would have preferred if the show would write her out and then just introduce like Batgirl or a different Batwoman, but a separate character as taking the role, a mantle of Batwoman. But to see her, the the role of Kate Kane be recast as a different actress, I don't like this. I mean, who knows? I could be wrong. Maybe the person who takes over the role could be better than Ruby Rose, for all we know. But if I ever decide to rewatch the show, which I do, I've seen a lot of episodes of Arrow and Flash. I've gone back to watch early seasons, to go back and rewatch from the beginning, knowing it's a different actress later on. It makes it harder to watch because it's like it's not the same actress. So who could take the role? Who really knows? I don't know who's gonna have the role in the end. I just hope whoever does, has love for the character and is willing to do it for the long run and not just a one season ordeal like Ruby Rose. I mean, first of all, a lot of these actors were tied to contracts that were for multiple seasons. Like Stephen Amell was like a 5 season contract, and then he did another one and stuff like that. So was she signed to a 1 season contract, or did she bail out of the contract by paying her way out? Who knows, to be honest. And she can say she's grateful for the opportunity in the show, but are you really, after you just bailed on us as fans? Like, seriously? But an actress by the name of Stephanie Beatrice has said she wants the role. I guess she wants the role. She's made it out public now. And I can't say anything on her. I don't know anything she's been in. I know she's been in a couple of shows, and she's really well liked from what I've seen from people's comments, being very positive and possibly hyped for her taking over the role. I can't say I'm excited because I don't know anything from her. I haven't seen her in anything. But who knows? Maybe she'd be great. Who knows? If Ruby Rose is leaving, which she is, she made it herself known. I want somebody in the role who's gonna love the role, who's gonna be willing to do it and give it a long run. Because let's be honest, unless Batwoman continues to struggle like it's been, it's probably gonna go for a couple more years, like Arrow did, Flash, Supergirl, Legends, all these other shows. So if she gets it, I hope she does a good job. If not, who knows who. So yeah, that's my opinion on Ruby Rose's case of her leaving Batwoman. I'm not happy. I enjoy the show. I know the show gets a lot of crap from people, but I enjoyed it. I know it's a flawed show, but I still find enjoyment in it. I love the Arrowverse. Maybe that's why I find enjoyment in it. So I'm just saddened by this news. So let's see what happens. Thanks, Ruby, for one season. Anyway, into other news. The Zack Snyder's Justice League cut is officially happening. And now, see, we got the bad news out of the way. I cannot say how excited I am. I jumped when I read the news of excitement. I am excited. So the Snyder Cut, which has been for a long time debated whether it was real, whether it was fake, how much would it have been, all that nonsense, is finally official. It is coming to HBO Max in 2021. And apparently Warner Brothers is giving Zack Snyder between 20 to 30 million to finish his version of Justice League. Let this be known right now. I actually enjoyed Justice League in the theaters. I thought it was a decent movie. Was it the best DCEU movie? No. Was it better than a lot of Superman? No. It was a flawed movie. Yes, I have my issues with it, but I found enjoyment in it. I just love DC. Let me know, I love DC. I found enjoyment in that flawed movie. But I myself has always wondered what would Snyder's version would have been had he had not, been forced to leave the movie due to the family tragedy that he did have. And we're finally gonna get it. Rumor is it's either gonna be a 4-hour movie or a 6-part series. I guess they'll break it down to 6 parts. I hope it's a 4-hour movie instead of 6 parts. And I know it's only on HBO Max, but I'm hoping that a year later, after the release on HBO Max, or 2 years later, we get a physical release for home. I like to collect movies, buy movies, so it would be nice to have it alongside the other ones. Zack Snyder himself has said it's going to be a different experience. He claimed that the version we saw in theaters was only 1/4 of his version of the movie. Which, if that's to be true and the case, it's like we're getting a whole other movie almost. He said it's going to be a different experience if you already seen the one that came out in theaters. I'm excited anyway. I would love to watch it. I would love to review it. I would love to compare it to the other one and see which one I thought be better. I just hope, listen, a lot of people hate on DC movies, and I'm hoping that when it comes out, nobody starts bitching, oh my god, this is worse than the original one. Because there's a lot of guys like that. When BVS came out and the extended edition came out, which is far superior than the original, then 30 minutes added a lot to the movie that made the movie make more sense. The haters were still like, yeah, but the movie still sucks. So I don't want to see none of that negativity, because whether you like it or not, you were heard, and they're releasing the movie on HBO Max. I am excited. He shared images before the announcement, for weeks and months, teasing. He's shown Darkseid. We've seen, Martian Manhunter. He's teased a lot of stuff that wasn't in the movie that he had planned. So I'm excited. I can't even believe it's true. I couldn't believe it. I didn't think we ever see this version of the movie. Now, 2021, that's all we got. So it could literally be beginning of next year or end of next year or any point. But if he has to finish it and they're giving him 20 to 30 million to finish it, I'm going to assume maybe halfway through next year. Maybe. I doubt it'll be early 2021. I'm excited for the Zack Snyder's cut. I'm excited to see his vision. I love Man of Steel. I don't care what nobody says. I love Batman v Superman. That movie, the extended edition of that movie, was amazing to me. I loved it. Yes, it still have flaws. Yes, the movie is not perfect. I'm not saying it's perfect. And I'm not saying it's the best superhero movie ever. I'm just saying, I really did love Batman v Superman. And you can hate me if you want for that. I'm excited for Zack Snyder's version of Justice League. Now, the DCEU has changed a lot since the release of Justice League with Aquaman, Shazam, and Birds of Prey. And even Shazam had such a different feel to what came before. I love Shazam. And Aquaman was also a different feel. Birds of Prey, more like continued Suicide Squad. But I have to wonder if the movie is truly that different to the one released in theaters, which will be considered the canon version to the rest of the universe. Like, for example, if Martian Manhunter is in this movie, this and he appears later, it would have to be the one from this version, or would it be a brand new version pretending that this version of the movie doesn't exist? Because we would definitely have two entire different, according to that whole 1/4 only was his, and the whole 4 hour runtime of this movie rumor, which we're talking is 2 hours longer than the original. You have to wonder, like, which will be the canon version. I'm assuming if this is a big success and a big hit with critics and audiences, I'm pretty sure this will be the one to go. But let's think a little negative for a minute, and I don't like to think negative, but if the movie is not good to people, will they just stick to the original, as canon? Keep it as canon and not this one? Because there's, ever since Justice League, we've had this whole, they're rebranding the DCU and they're fixing it, and now we have a different Batman. Like, Ben Affleck is gone, so like, how would you? Ah, man, this is really confusing. It's been a bumpy road for the DCU for sure. It's not as been a smooth sailing as Marvel with the MCU. I'm hoping that this movie is awesome. I'm pretty sure it will be. I love Man of Steel and I love Batman v Superman. I love Watchmen. I love Zack Snyder's work in superhero movies. I really do. It's a really good. He's really good. I don't care what nobody tells you. And I'm excited. I'm hoping this movie is a success. If it's 4 hours, let it be 4 hours. Don't break it down to 6 parts or try to break it to people. Granted, the 6 parts seems more like the appealing option for them. Because if they can release it in like 6 different weeks or one per month or something like that, it will help them keep subscribers for the months to come. But I would rather watch a 4 hour epic than a 6 part series of a supposed to be a movie regardless. So yeah, just let it be 4 hours. And after you guys have made your money from subscribers who subscribe to What's a Snyder Cut, release it in 4K so I and other collectors can buy it as well. I know it won't happen immediately because this is gonna be used to get subscribers in, and I can't blame them. With the many, many million people who have, hashtag Snyder Cut and the Snyder Cut movement and all that, I'm pretty sure this will get subscribers because people are going to want to watch this. And there's also the whole Friends reunion, which people have always wanted that too. So I'm sure those two things will help you guys get numbers. So I don't expect to see this on Blu-ray at the same time or even a month later. I'm assuming a year or even 2 years later we could get a home release. So yeah, and then with the whole Ezra Miller thing, maybe losing the Flash due to the whole scene that he caused at the bar or whatever. It's been bumpy. Like, will he still be Flash for the Flash movie, despite rumors saying he won't be Flash now? But then you got this version just coming out in which he is Flash. And I guess they're gonna get some guys to come back. They could get the actors back according to, the rumor. The whole movie is official, but there are still some rumors about how they're gonna do it. And they might get some actors back to do it. Do more lines. I know Jason Momoa, out of all of them, has been the biggest supporter of the Zack Snyder Cut. He's always been defending it. He's been praising it for months now. Henry Cavill said he didn't even know about it until not that long ago. So, and all of them, Ezra Miller, Ben Affleck, Gal Gadot, all of them have, supported Zack Snyder to get his version of Justice League out. So, I'm hoping the movie is as awesome as I know it can be. I'm excited. I can't believe it. And while the Ruby Rose thing did bring me down yesterday, this just got me hyped today. So, that's been Brian Redgrave bringing you some DC news. So, if you liked the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments, how do you feel about Ruby Rose leaving the Batwoman role? And how do you feel about Zack Snyder's finally getting his opportunity to release his Justice League? I'm excited. Please subscribe. This has been Brian Redgrave with DC News. Redgrave out.